Hello everyone, Mirag here. Today I'm going to be talking about Rise of Shadows, the next expansion for Hearthstone related to this group. Go into Dalaran basically for destruction. And yeah, here we go. First card will be called a Forced Aid. Twinspell. If you're unfamiliar with what Twinspell is, basically works like Echo, but the card does not disappear at the end of the turn. For example, with this card, for Druid, 8 cost, rare, summon 5 2/2 treants. Since this is a twin spell, you can play this spell on the same turn or the following turn or whenever you want. So you play this on turn 8 or some shenanigans in Wild where you destroy the twig and get more mana. You can play this twice on a single turn. But you don't really want to play 2 of these on the same turn, because you're summoning 5 treants. You play this two of these on the same turn, you're only gonna get 2 more treants. That's not worth it. But in standard, you play this on 1 turn, next turn or whenever you want, play it again. So does it really seem doable to have 2 of these in your deck? Not really. I mean, it's like putting 4 copies of this card into your deck. Yeah, next card will be a neutral, Chef Nomi, 7 mana 6/6. Battlecry for your deck is empty. Summon 6 6/6 Breeze Fire Elementals. Yeah, these are elementals, obviously, but realistically, when are you gonna play Nomi? In what archetype would you want to put Nomi in? Maybe the control decks. So you go into Fatigue, you play this card. You put a lot of pressure into your opponent. Yeah, I think might see play the first week when this comes out. But after that, I don't think it's gonna see any play. Next card, Calicos. Since this is, well, Rise of Shadows is the first expansion for the Year of the Dragon. And this dragon, among others I will discuss later on. This one in particular, I like it. Calicos. Your first spell each turn is free. Battlecry, discover a spell. That's pretty good. On turn 9, you don't want to coin this because coin is free. So you wait till turn 10, you play this, discover a spell, and it's free. Of course you want Pyroblast. That'd be the best result. On that Pyroblast, on average, I would say, it's any spell. So most likely, it will be a mage spell, but it does not say discover a mage spell. It just discover a spell. So that's basically from all of your classes. It's still pretty good. Same stat line as Malagos, being 4 attack and 12 health, but 10 mana. Quite pricey. I mean, would you want to just play Sarah? Not really, because you are getting a free spell, so your opponent is forced to get rid of this. So there's that. And we have Speller Jeweler. 3 mana 3/4. A rare for neutral. Battlecry. Your hero can't be targeted by spells or hero powers until your next turn. This works. It makes your hero elusive, which is what I want to call can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. That's elusive. By definition, in my mind. But would you want to play this? I mean, it prevents spell-based OTK decks. You're not going to naturalize to move into Hall of Fame. You're not going to have, say, by Druid, Ultimate Infestation. That's rotating out. And even the card that was released in Goblins and Catacombs that makes your hero elusive. That's rotating out. The whole of... oh, what is it called? I just said it. Goblins and Catacombs is rotating out. So, is this just a good card? Just to play it? Sure. Maybe in Arena. Maybe discover this somehow. It is neutral. So there's that. We'll go in ratings when all of the cards get released. So, for now, let's move on to Archvillain Reform, which is in the forefront of this picture. Reform, basically, I like to call the Infinity Gauntlet in his hand. I mean, come on. It looks like it. Archvillain Reform. Taunt. Battlecry. Replace your hand and deck with legendary minions. 7 mana, 7/8. So this basically does what Elise did in, what do you call it? League of Explorers, I believe it was called. And he was the villain in that expansion. And this is what we're gonna call a callback card, which, as it sounds, is a callback to a different expansion. This one, since Reform was in the expansion, well, it wasn't an expansion, was it? It was, what would you call it now? I don't know, what was it? Basically, single player, adventures. So yeah, this was the villain in that, the time it was released in League of Explorers, with Reno Jackson, Elise, all those cards. They're all pretty good, and the callback, yeah, to Elise, which puts a map into your deck when you play Elise. Once you get the map, you shuffle the Golden Monkey into your deck. You don't have to go through all of that with this card. You just get basically a better and more efficient, I would call it, Golden Monkey. I like it. Is it gonna see play in Warlock decks? Sure. Yeah, I would think so. I mean, we'll see. Now we're gonna talk about Evil Conscriptor. Death Rattle. Add a Lackey to your hand, and a Lackey is one of these 5. So once this Conscriptor dies, you get a Lackey into your hand. Lackey, in my opinion, are quite strong. A Constrictor, once it dies, gives you a Lackey to your hand. 2 mana 2/2, that's gonna die pretty quickly. Goblin Lackey, Battlecry, add a friendly minion. Give a friendly minion +1 attack and rush. Ethereal Lackey, discover a spell. Overworld Lackey, deal 2 damage. Faceless Lackey, summon a random 2-cost minion. Witchy Lackey, transform a friendly minion into one that costs 1 more. I like this. I like Lackeys in general. Conscriptor, I think, is one of the weaker Lackey cards. This is another one. Evil Cable Rat. 2 mana 1/1. Battlecry. Add a Lackey to your hand. Also beast, if that ever matters. Which it might, but most likely not really. One reason is because Rexar is rotating out. That's gonna be big. So this particular card is kinda weaker. Another Lackey card. Improve Morale. Warrior spell. 1 mana common. Deal 1 damage to a minion. If it survives, add a Lackey to your hand. If this had Echo, I would like this a lot more. Really like it a lot. If it had Echo. It doesn't, so this makes it considerably weaker. If you play this, are you really gonna improve morale? Not really. Moving on. We have Evil Genius. Battlecry. Destroy friendly minion. Add 2 random Lackeys to your hand. 2 mana 2/2. I mean, what would you want to destroy in Warlock? Not much. It's pretty weak. I don't really like it much. Another Lackey card. Evil Miscreant. Combo. Add 2 random Lackeys to your hand. This is one of the better Lackey cards. 3 mana 1/5. I mean, is this gonna replace Tar Creeper? Not even close. Same stats, but different text. Big difference. This is also Rogue. Tar Creeper is neutral. This is not. This is also not Taunt. Not even comparing this to Tar Creeper, except for being 3 mana 1/5 at its base. I don't really like it, honestly. Now I believe this is the last Lackey card that's not a legendary. Sludge Slipper. 1 mana 2/1. Battlecry. Add a Lackey to your hand. Overload 1. Also a Murloc. Those 4 taglines. make this a little more playable. At the same time, not really playable. Would you want to play this on turn 1? Sure, because turn 2 you can just play a Lackey. That's pretty cool. Is it strong turn? No, but realistically, Shaman doesn't really have much of an early game. This will do this. This will see a lot of play, I'm thinking. One, it's early game Shaman. That's never seen play. It's a Murloc. It gives you a Lackey, maybe some Overload synergy, maybe some Shudderlock synergy. We'll see. The legendary talking to you about is Heist Baron Agwego. 6 mana 5/5. Battlecry if you control a Lackey. Choose a fantastic treasure. As a reminder, these are the treasures. Golden Gold, Xerx's Crown, Holmes Goblet, Wondrous Wand. Ignore the fact that these 4 cards are a Warlock, because they are neutral, but for this, they're Rogue. So we basically have a rogue version of a, what do you call it? Marin the Fox, but better. Control a Lackey, which is quite easy with rogue. You choose a fantastic treasure, which choosing them makes this version of Agwego so good. I like this card a lot. Be meta defining? No. Is it gonna be fun? For sure. No doubt. So moving on from this Lackey synergy, we have Henge-Clan Hogsteve, Rush, Death Rattle, Murloc, Beast. Just like that other quadruple keyword card. But this, I mean, your 2 mana rush, deal 2 damage to something, deal 2 damage to a minion. When this dies, summon a Murloc. Murlocs, there really hasn't been much of a Murloc synergy for a while. So, is this gonna see much play? Maybe more likely in Arena? What other ways did you just discover this? Not really sure. Maybe would you just naturally want to have this in your deck? Probably not. Now we have, let's see here, Crystal Stag, Rush Battlecry. If you've restored 5 health this game, summon a copy of this. 5 mana 4/4 is not that great, but combined with this Crystal Power, 1 mana common, choose 1, deal 2 damage to minion, or restore 5 health. This is gonna work well with the Stag. If you play this any point during the game, you play Stag at any point after you play this and restore 5 health with Crystal Power, you get 5 mana 8/8 spread across 2 minions, also has Rush. So you, as a druid, can trade into things. Say by earliest rather, turn 6, even turn 5 with coin. Even turn 5 you play Stag, and earlier in turn 5 you play Crystal Power. That's quite a good tempo turn, I got to admit. Now, since this is choose one, this is gonna work great. Well, not with this, but let's talk about this anyway. Geppetto Joy Buzz, 8 mana 6/6. Battlecry. Draw 2 minions. From your deck, set their attack, health, and cost to 1. Combo potential. That's it. Maybe these minions have death rattle. That'll be great. Any other kind of thing? If they have incredible Battlecry, Shutterwalk is a good example. Believe will be playable in this expansion. I believe so. This card is great. If combo cards or Shutterwalk is still a thing, you have that. So now we have this. 2 mana 2/3. After you cast or choose one spell. Reminder. Spell, not card, not minion. Spell. Choose one spell. Add copies of voice choices to your hand. I mean, if you don't get Stellaris in your pre-purchase packs, would you want to craft this? If you play Druid, a lot of Druid, sure. If you only play Druid, Stellaris is good. If you play all classes, you might have other options to choose before this. Crystal Stag is still great. Not by itself, but with Crystal, what do you call it? Crystal Healing, I'm gonna call it. Because that's what you're gonna use it. I mean, is this a different version of Fragile Stag Helm? Sure. It's kind of different. But sure. Moving on here, we have Verisa Windrunner Battlecry. Equip Thridal the Star's Fury, which is a weapon that reads, after hero attacks, gain spell damage +2 this turn. You got 3 turns to have things to do with this. Now, Verisa, minion by itself, is not as strong. You play Verisa, you get a weapon. That's not as strong. But there is not that many oozes this time around. I believe there's only the Evergreen ooze. And there might be other oozes to be released. This expansion, I mean, we'll see. So turn 7, you play Windrunner. Turn 8, you might do some shenanigans with the weapon. I mean, we'll see how good it is. And another Hunter Legendary, Oblivion. Death Rattle. Summon a mech from your hand and triggers Death Rattle. 6 mana 3/4, also mech. Now mind you, the trigger a Death Rattle minion, the can't remember what it's called right now. It was a neutral minion. You played it. You play Death Rattle minions. It activates the Death Rattle. it triggers the death rattle, mind you. So, yeah, that is rotating. So this is basically the hunter version of it. So there's that. I like this art. Quite interesting with Hagatha down there, Bomb down there, I can't. What else there is here? But regardless, when this dies, summon a mech and trigger its death rattle. Summon a mech from your hand and triggers death rattle. But there aren't really that many mechs that have death rattle besides Spider Bomb, I believe it was called. Yeah, Spider Bomb, I believe. That's the only one, so I'm assuming there'll be more mechs with death rattle that'll be coming out. Really can't think of other mechs that have death rattle that we know of already. Anyways, we have Unleash the Beast. 6 mana, rare, spell, Twinspell. Summon a 5/5 Wyvern with Rush. You play this on turn 6. You can trade into something. Turn 7 and onward, you can play another copy of this. Is that strong? Not really. I don't really like it much. So now we have Traveling Healer, which is the budget of the budget Zilliax. If you don't have Zilliax, you play this. Since most likely, since this is the common, also neutral, you're gonna get a lot of copies of this. You can play 2 of these as well. So it's a common, 1 mana cheaper, and yeah, it's a cheaper Zilliax. You can play 2 of. So yeah. As I say, if you don't have Zilliax, you can play this. Divine Shield, Battlecry, restore 3 health. Basically what Zilliax does. The benefit from this over Zilliax is that it's a Battlecry, restoring 3 health. So you play this on a empty board, you restore 3 health. You can immediately see this in Paladin. Especially with the heal Paladin that's being played. I like it. I mean, I think it's gonna be great in Arena. And then we have Hecklebot. 4 mana taunt. 3 attack, 8 health. Also a mech. Battlecry, your opponent summons a minion from their deck. This is different from Dirty Rat from the past. This Dirty Rat, your opponent summons a minion from their hand. Hecklebot, your opponent summons a minion from their deck. Big difference. You ever gonna play this? I don't know. I really don't know. It's gonna be good? It's hard to say. I mean, you have a good chance of disrupting a combo-based deck if the combo enabler of the opponent is still in your deck. So there's that. Is it good? I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say. Unseen Saboteur. 6 mana, 5/6. Battlecry. Your opponent casts a random spell from their hand. Also an epic. Also a neutral card. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. I mean, there are plenty of OTK decks out there that rely on spells. Basically, a sabotage, but completely different. You will see how good it is. You're just gonna play it by itself. Sure. Dr. Boom's scheme. Schemes are something that's gonna be kind of a keyword in this expansion, but not really a scheme. I mean, not really a keyword. This one, Dr. Boom's scheme, like all schemes, start with 1 and upgrade each turn. So this particular one, gain 1, 2, 3, as more turns as you hold it, the better it gets. When does it get good? When it's in your hand for 10, 15, even 20 turns, then it's good. Any other time, it's not good. I mean, gaining 10 honor for 4 health is not unheard of. I mean, for 4 mana. It's just not good. Maybe it's good, I don't know. Now another scheme for Warlock, for a farm scheme. Summon 1/1 imp, 2, 3, 4 1/1 imps as like any other scheme, upgrade each turn. The longer you have this, first you have an empty board, you want this for 7 turns. I mean, is it good? I don't think so. I mean, maybe there are other things, but we'll see. We'll see. Now, for Shaman, the Hagatha scheme, do 1 damage to a minion. I think this scheme is the best one. Because you do 2 damage to a minion, 3, 4, 5. That's doable. And for value, for 5 mana, first you want at least 3 or 4 damage to all minions. Then, at that point, it's worth it. So therefore, it's really the best scheme released so far. The final scheme I'll be talking about is Lazul scheme, a priest. Reduce the attack of an enemy minion by 1 until the next turn, or 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is. Now, priest has options to remove a 4 attack minion because, as you know, priest has Shattered Pain, which is 3 or less attack. Destroy a minion with 3 or less attack. Also Shattered Pain, Shattered Death for 5 or more attack. May you destroy a minion that has 5 or more attack. Now the consistent things is there is no way to kill a minion or destroy a minion in priest that has 4 attack. This opens it up. This really opens it up. But is it worth it to play this just to remove something that has 3 attack? Maybe. There can be ways to get rid of Malagos. Their new dragon I'll be talking about much later, and say He also spoke with spoke spoke well spoke about other dragons that have 4 attack and 12 health. Now Priest has an option to get rid of it. So there's that. Now we have Khadgar. 2 mana, 2 attack and 2 health. Your cards that summon minions, summon twice as many. This card will work with, not this card, but Power of Creation. 8 mana, epic, discover 6 cost minion, summon 2 copies of it. So you have Khadgar, so you play this, you get 4 copies of a 6 cost minion. That's pretty PogChamp, if I were you. So, yeah. Now say we have Mana Cyclone, Battlecry for each spell you've cast this turn. Add a random mage spell to your hand. You can just coin this, get a free mage spell. And there are other ways as well. Especially with not this card, but this card. Right here, Ray of Frost. This is gonna be great with the Elemental. Also Twinspell. And turn 5, you have the Elemental in hand. You play Ray of Frost on something. Play Ray of Frost again. You coin something, then you play another spell or whatever. You have at least 3 mage spells. That's pretty insane. Now, Ray of Frost is also pretty flexible. You don't have to play both on the same turn. I mean, of course you have that option, but yeah, it's pretty flexible. And now we have Messenger Raven. 3 mana, 3/2. Battlecry. Discover a mage minion. It's pretty good, especially in arena. I mean, we'll see how good it is. You just wanna play this? I really don't think so. Now we have Clockwork Goblin. This is basically a few cards to discuss as the bomb deck. Starting over this one, Clockwork Goblin, 3 mana, 3/3, which are great stats. Battlecry, shuffle a bomb into your opponent's deck. When drawn explodes, 5 damage. Remember, you have C4M Bomber, which I think is rotating out, but I could be wrong. So this will work with Wrench Caliber, the 4 mana, 3 attack, and 2 durability weapon. Well, this is gonna be the second weapon we'll be talking about. Wrench Caliber. I love that name, by the way. After your hero attacks, shuffle a bomb into your opponent's deck. So far, if you have Wrench Caliber and the other one, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bombs. And you have this. Blastmaster Boom. Summon 2 1/1 boom bombs for each bomb in your opponent's deck. I mean, it's okay playing this naturally. You still need to have a single bomb, or it's just a dead card. 7 mana, 7/7. Vanilla stance. I mean, that's okay. If you have bombs, even a single bomb in your opponent's deck, this is good. Because if, bomb explodes, 5 damage. Boom bounces 1 to 4 damage each. So 2 damage all the way up to 8 damage. So 7 all the way up to 13. Or 12 or... yeah, 12. On average, are you just gonna deal 10 damage if the boom bombs go off and the bomb goes off? That's pretty cool. You have 3 bombs in the opponent's deck, summon 6 boom bombs. That's a lot of damage. Especially with playing this, you have Ruined effect. That's a lot of damage. That's how much damage? Would that be 6 damage minimum, all the way up to 4 times 6. That's 24 damage. Well, on average, I would say if you have 6 boom bombs, you get at least 12 damage, excluding the bombs, excluding deal damage, with this many on the next turn. So this is a big threat. It just is. It's interesting. I don't think we have Psychic Scream either. If you're playing against a priest. That's pretty good. I think Bomb Warrior is going to be a thing. At least in the first week. Afterwards, is it really going to see much play? Probably not. Well, we'll see. We'll see if it's good. Now we have Lord Betrug. Whenever you draw a minion, summon a copy of a rush that dies at end of turn. So the obvious thing to play this into Solarium. Solarium draws 3 minions. Each of them have Death Rattle. That'd be pretty cool. Other than that, it's just 8 mana 5/7. Just not that great. Also Demon, if that ever matters. Which it doesn't, because the Death Knight, Warlock, and all classes are rotating out. That's gonna be so good. Balance things out for the game. But this is just bad, honestly. Now we have Walking Fountain. 8 mana 4/8. Lifesteal. Rush. Wind Fury. Also an elemental. So there's that. Also common. For free to play. This is a great card to have. This card is really comparable to Lackeys. This one, the opponent doesn't deal with it. We have a lot of healing. It also has Rush and Wind Fury, so once you play this, you can trade into 2 things of your enemy that has... that wouldn't kill this. If it does, you deal... you get help. You get heal grade, which is great. So your opponent has at least 2 things out that when you trade Fountain into it, Fountain doesn't die. The opponent needs to deal with this. Opponent doesn't deal with it. This is 8 healing and 8 damage to the opponent's face. That's pretty crazy. Being a common makes this great. Is he gonna see much play naturally? Probably not. But if you discover this, you immediately pick Walking Fountain. Now another Shaman card, Swamp Queen Hagatha. Battlecry, add a 5/5 horror to your hand. Teach it 2 Shaman spells. That's pretty crazy. Once you play Hagatha, you discover 2 spells. Once you play this, you discover a spell. You discover another spell. Those 2 spells get attached to the horror. If you play the horror the following turn, those spells get casted. And it's not rare, I mean, not random. That's pretty sick. A lot of value. A lot of value. I like this card a lot. Yeah, I love it. It's one of my favorite ones so far. Now we have Omega Devastator. 4 mana, 4/2. Also a mech. We have 10 mana crystals. Deal 10 damage to a minion. That's pretty cool. I mean, is it a good one? Not really, so I think we're just gonna move on. We have Henge Clan Burglar. Also another one of my favorites of the set so far. 4 mana, 4 attack, and 3 health. Battlecry, discover a spell from another class. That's pretty cool. It's another class, not discover a spell from your opponent's class. This is any other class. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool because you don't discover rogue class cards. Any other class card. There are spells. That's pretty cool. Now we have Unidentified Contract. Destroy minion, gain a bonus effect in your hand. Now, these bonus effects are basically playing Betrayal, getting 2 coins, getting that particular minion in your hand, or there was another one. Can't remember right now. But yeah, you get a 1/1 minion that has poisonous and stealth. I mean, the last one is not that memorable because I think that's the least one that you want to have. But I think the best one, best bonus effect you can get is destroying the minion and getting it to your hand. That's the best one. So now we have Mass Resurrection. Summon 3 friendly minions that died this game for 9 mana. I mean, the spell stones are rotating out. So can this replace the spell stone? I don't think so. You summon 3 friendly minions that died this game. Sure. It's not that great of a replacement. Now we have Forbidden Words. Spend all your mana, destroy a minion with that much attack or less. Okay. I can get behind that. We play in the early game or late game and you destroy a minion that has 10 attack or less. That's pretty cool. It's decent. Decent removal. And we have Shadowy Figure. Also from Priest. Battlecry. Transform into a 2/2 copy of a friendly Death Rattle minion. That's pretty cool. Basically a faceless that copies a Death Rattle. friendly Death Rattle minion. Okay, I can get behind that. That's pretty cool. We have Katrina Muerte. Can't speak good Spanish. Sorry about that. 8 mana 6/8. At the end of your turn, summon a friendly minion that died this game. That's pretty cool. It's end of each turn. I like it. Better than Resurrection by a mile. We can play 2 Resurrections, but one of these. I would still rather have this. Rather have Katrina. Moving on, we have Madame Lazul. Discover a copy of a card in your opponent's hand. Of course, if your opponent has 3 cards in their hand, you get a lot of information. Regardless, you get a decent amount of information. Would you want to play this in the early game where you don't have much information? Sure, I guess there's that. Now we have Lightforge Blessing. Twinspell. Give a friendly minion lifesteal. I think it's one of the worst Twinspell minions so far. I mean, is it good? Can be okay. Really like to attach this to a Tyrion. That'd be pretty cool. That's what immediately comes to mind. What other minions would you want lifesteal attached to in Paladin? Well, the new dragons, which we'll discuss in a minute. So yeah, now we have Never Surrender. Secret. When your opponent casts a spell, give your minions +2 health. This really works well with Mandarissa. Your secret trigger twice. I mean, can this, on its own, resurrect Secret Paladin from the dead? I don't think so. Is it a good card? Sure. Is it great? Not really. 3 mana 4/3. It's kind of weak, but for what it does, I want to play this at least in the mid game. Now we have Dragon Speaker. Battlecry, give all dragons in your hand +3/3. 5 mana 3/5. If you don't get the reference, that's Trogdor. Trogzor on the book. And so yeah. This is one of the more meme-based references that I've seen. That's pretty cool. I mean, is it a good card? You have all dragons in your hand, +3/3. I mean, picking the Kibler here, he's gonna play this, of course. But Kibler's the one that speaks to dragons in the first place. But me, well, I am the unofficial Dragon Master that uses a program called Dragon Naturally Speaking. Haha. This would be perfect. Regardless, it's not a great card. Now we have Bronze Herald. Death Rattle. Add 2 4/4 dragons your hand. This really works with that Twinspell card I discussed a minute ago. That's like the only synergy I can think of. Is it good? I mean, you can die quite regularly. It's decent, I would say. So now we have Nozari. It's 10 mana for 12. Battlecry. Restore both heroes with full health. What? Are you sure this might work to the benefit of yourself as the paladin? Because you want to play that card that basically restores and replaces your health with armor. Then you play this. That's a lot of healing. So there's that thought process. Any other idea? I can't think of anything else, to be honest with you. I mean, they can help activate dragon synergies, which are not really seen in Paladin. But regardless, this is the last card, and I just want to say thanks for watching. Please don't forget to click that like button, as well as clicking the subscribe button. Until then, see you next time.